go. I'm shooting this is after this one section. This is my kind of the courtyard for the north wing of the house. This walkway here, I built all this. And I put all those windows in, the French doors, that awning, everything. This was just a nightmare. Anyway, right here and put in that flower bed. It's not finished, but this is before. You can see that. And right there, I'm getting ready. I'm putting down the felt on the compacted dirt. You got to clear all the grass, compact this really good, and make sure it's level and everything. And anyway, that's what it looks like when you're done. I mean, it looks killer. And here's where I wish I'd have taken a picture before I started this. This had kind of a rock path. You can see all the rocks over there that I took out. And you know, we can't get grass to grow in here. It's just awful. So anyway, I gonna put this put those rows of grass. It looks just like grass. I mean, it looks killer. So I'm gonna go around this flower bed and up in here, along here, and it'll jut out in here. I was just getting ready to cut this row of sod out right here. You can see where the row will come. It'll come all the way across here like this. And then, after I get through killing myself doing this, which I killed myself doing that, took me about a week to get over that, and then I'm gonna do this section. Get all these ugly rocks out from under there, do a nice pretty grass, and then I got to go around here. And I'm going to take all this up. I'm going to get a sod cutter and take all this up and put it around the yard where I have bare spots. Because this grass, if it'll grow in here, it'll grow anywhere. Because this area is very tough to grow grass in. I don't know why. This grass that's in here took in there. See, it still won't grow there. Those are some of the rocks I took up to prep. So anyway, I got a lot of work to do. I'll kind of move on here and show you as I'm going. You guys may want to do this yourself. I don't know. I know one thing. I wasn't going to pay $15,000 for some guys to come in here and do this for me. I just couldn't do it, man. I can do this myself. So it's going to look real pretty when we're done. But anyway, that's what it looks like when you're done. And prep, you just get all the grass, any weeds, anything out of here. You use a compactor. They make gas powered ones. I just got this hand tamper because this area is too small to really use a gas powered one in, but I will get a gas powered one for this big area back here. This area is only 4 or 5 foot wide. I couldn't get around the the flower bed there with the compactor. So, and here's the one I've been using. You can see that it weighs about 30 pounds, and you just take it out here and you boom, and you pound it you compact all your soil. Okay, then you lay your felt, give you a weed barrier, grass barrier, and you put it down with these little stakes. These little stainless steel stakes. You buy these at the hardware store, and you pin it down. And I've just started pinning it so it stays down, and you make sure you overlap it too when you do it. And anyway, it just looks beautiful. And I was gonna just do that area, and I thought, heck, why not do the rest of it? It was not fun, but hey, I got it done in a weekend. And then it started raining. We had storms and stuff, so I couldn't finish this part. But we got a couple of days here of blue sky. So I think this is Sunday. I think it's May 2nd. So I should be able to finish this today, this section today, get the grass in. Taking out the old grass, compacting, and first day, and then you can come back, do your felt. But guys, take as long as it takes. I mean, it's not like it's going to go anywhere, If it rains, it rains. Let it dry out and start up again. Not a big deal. It's grass. It's a yard, It's not going anywhere. Not going to ruin anything if it rains, Anyway, there's all the dirt I took out. Here's all the dirt that I took out. And I'm gonna have a whole bunch more of this, and I will use this to fill up, you know, bare spots in the yard or for the flower beds and stuff. And anyway, I will add to this when I get ready to. You got to put aggregate over this. It's paved stone aggregate after you get your felt down. This is it here. It's decomposed granite, and you put down a layer, an inch layer to 2 inches. I put down about 1.5 inches in the other section. I think I can get by with that here, and I'll spread that all in here, and then you wet it down, and then you use your compactor again and compact it. And hard work, you know. I've got a young man that helps me some. I think he's going to come tomorrow. Isn't he coming tomorrow, Nat? Chase, will he come tomorrow if I need him to? Okay, but anyway, I got a kid that comes and helps me. It's worth every penny to have somebody help me. But anyway, I will end this, and I'll show you the aggregate laid down, or, you know, as I'm doing that, I'll show that, and then I'll show you the grass as I'm laying it and cutting it, and then we'll look at the finished product. This is kind of a before and after. Anyway, talk to y'all later. Okay, continuing on with my video. I screwed up, guys, and here's a tip. Don't start trying to lay your felt or do anything else until you got all your grass and your borders laid out. I forgot how hard this sod, it is so hard to get this out of here. I'm trying to cut it and put it into other areas, and then I have to come in here and compact it and level it and get it ready for felt and for aggregate. So I've got a lot more. I got 2 hours of work here to do to get all this grass out of here. And I've got it cut now, so I can take it out in strips. But I want to save this grass, you know, and you'll want to save your grass too, because you can put it in other areas. But I didn't have any grass over here to save. There was just no grass. Right here is, I was just going to take it down this line right there, but I don't want to have to cut the roll. The roll overlaps right to there, and it'll come down, you know. So anyway, just a tip, don't start laying your felt or doing anything until you get all your grass up, get your borders established, and get everything compacted and cleaned up, grass out, cleaned up and everything. So anyway, I'll continue on. Probably got, I'm gonna say a couple hours at least. I'm sweating. So this is the hardest part, really, is cutting this grass out and compacting. So anyway, laying the felt, you know, laying the felt and stuff is fairly easy. You know, you're out on your hands and knees. I've got knee pads, you know, so I don't tear my knees up any more than they already are. And I got my earbuds in, so I can listen to music, kind of help the time go by and help me not concentrate on the pain. So anyway, kind of like bike riding or weightlifting or walking, same thing. Keep a pace and a little bit of enjoyment in it. So, okay, I'll get back at it. Okay, finally. Took me about 2 hours to get this cut out of here. This is you know, where I extended. I screwed up, and before I started laying my felt, before I realized that I had to cut this out and get it all level and get it compacted before I could lay the rest of my felt and then lay my aggregate and grass. So slowed me down a bit, but I got it done. Now I'm getting ready to start laying the felt down. Now I'll take a picture of that when I'm done. Okay, continuing on with the video here. I hope I can't ever tell which way these things go. I've made some of these and they're upside down or backwards, but anyway, I'm gonna try this. Okay, I got my cloth down. I got this all cut out, leveled. Got my cloth down. That's my weed grass barrier. I've got my sprinkler heads marked. One thing that's nice about doing this with sprinkler heads in here is that it'll rinse. You know, we have dogs and they'll get in here and do an accident every once in a while, pee or something, and this will help rinse this so it stays clean and mildew free and stuff. There's my little girl thinking she's got to get in the shot. So, and there's some other stuff I'm going to show you in a minute. But anyway, I lay out my decomposed granite bags in the areas I'm going to go. That bag will fill that whole area right there. This one will fill that area. So I do that so it kind of helps me make sure I get the right spacing and the right depth. And I'll continue this on where I have my bag spaced out, and then I'll go through there, get down on my hands and knees and spread it. And then you got to wet it in and then tamp it down with the old tamping tool here. And I'll show you that when I get done. But anyway, you just got to space all these bags out, get them opened up, get the decomposed granite laid down, smooth it out nice and even. So you got 1.5 inches, possibly 2 inches. And then we can tamp it down, wet it, tamp it down, and then we'll have our base for our grass to go on top. I'll get back to you when I start laying the grass, or after I get through laying the aggregate or setting the aggregate. Bye. Okay, there we go. All right, now you can see how it's all laid out here. No, it's all level, pretty much. I got to come in here and wet it now. And kind of hard to see that in it. There we go. Anyway, I got to wet it down. Got good edges, got nice even flow along the edges. That's important. Keep it kind of level there, and make sure you don't have any unlevel areas, so when you come in and wet it and tamp it down, it's nice and level. So got to wet it down. I'm going to take a break, drink a cold drink, and let her set for a little bit. What happens is when you lay this aggregate and you wet it down and then tamp it, it becomes conjoined. So it makes kind of a solid bed for you to lay your grass on. And the best part is that the aggregate will allow water flow through it. So it'll kind of help filter the grass, and water will go down through the grass and filter out and go down into the ground, so you don't have a bunch of ponding and stuff going on. But anyway, when you get a heavy rain, so that's where I'm at. I'm getting ready to wet it down and then start tamping. Okay, I forgot to tell you something. There's a trick. Something I made a mistake on is I wet this down too much, and what happens is you get the aggregate starts to stick to the bottom of your tamper, and then it'll make holes in your, where you're trying to lay your grass. See, I've got a few holes. I had to stop and scrape the stuff, so I screwed up. I put too much water. I guess I started really too soon. I should have waited and let it dry a little longer. But anyway, just remember, don't put too. You just have to kind of give it a good misting over the top of it. And you don't have to get it soaking wet. So, and that's why I think I got it too wet, and it started mucking up on my tamper. But I got that other side drying out pretty good. I'm going to test it and see if any gets on the bottom of my tamper, and then if it don't, I'll continue on and I'll finish this up and start laying grass. All right, talk to you later.
Did I scare you?
Here's my little helper right here. Right there. She's been a good little helper. Okay, here we are. We got all our decomposed granite down. I've raked it through, make sure I don't have any low spots, try to make sure everything's level. Let me turn it around here. Okay, we're all tamped out. I got everything tamped down, leveled, looks good. Here, I don't know if I can, how do you do this? Yeah, poop. I guess I got to stop it, and then I'm going to turn it around. Or I guess I can turn it around like this. I don't know if y'all can see that. It's hard for me to see that way. I'm going to turn it off. Okay, there we go. So, we're all done. Everything is tamped down nice and smooth. I'll be able to go through here and lay my grass down just as soon as this. I'm going to give it about an hour to dry out, kind of get a little bit of drying in it. It's got a few little pocks in it where I wet it down too much. It had a few pieces of gravel that stuck into my tamper, but overall it looks pretty good. It's nice and smooth. You can see it there. you get nice and smooth. And there's some areas like in these corners, I got a rubber mallet and I will take and tamp these corners down that I can't reach with my tamper. And those areas right there, and then there's another one back there. You can see that's my, right there, and then right there. Those are my sprinkler heads, and I've got those marked with a couple of those staples to help keep those from getting covered up with my grass when I go to lay it. So anyway, that's it. Next step, lay the grass. Okay guys, here we are. We're laying our grass. I'm gonna turn this around, and I've got one row laid and another row laid. I had to pull one up. I pulled it over a little too far, but anyway, it's going down nice, and let me show you. Oh shoot, I'm supposed to be doing this. Anyway, it's laying down pretty good. You can see out here, there's your staples that you use. And anyway, I've got to take it down to that other end there. But, okay, now here we go. Okay, I got it cut there. Nice transition, nice and tight against the wall. You want to make sure you get it nice and tight against the wall there so you don't see any aggregate. No bubbles in it, nice and smooth. You got these staples. They say to put these staples down every 24 inches, but I don't do that. I put them down, where they need to be put down. You spread them out in the center, maybe 2 or 3 in the middle, there, and there, and then all around the edge so it don't come up. And the thing is, this is not a high traffic area for me. It's just a walk through, really. From the hot tub area over here back to the courtyard and the steps up there, up to the north wing to take a shower, whatever, from the pool, or whatever. So it's not a lot of heavy traffic here. This is not raked out. What happens is you put this down, and then you have this plastic rake. I'll show you that, but it's a small plastic rake, and you rake it out, and you've got this stuff here. It's called EnviroFill, and it's Infill sand, and it's kind of a green color, kind of a dark green color, and it's infilled. And what you do is you put it down with you just spread it all over the grass, and then you rake it in so it gets down to the base, and it helps hold it in, and it helps filtrate, and it also gives it some odor barriers. It's called microban, and it helps it filter out the pee if the dogs get out here and pee on it or whatever, but it helps help hold it down too. Gives it some weight, and helps hold the grass up so it doesn't want to lay down. So, and this over here, we still haven't put the infill in over here yet. I still got to do that. It kind of lays down a little bit, but it's doing pretty good. I mean, this stuff looks like real grass. I mean, how can you tell that's not real grass? Look at that. I mean, down deep, you got little brown pieces of grass. I mean, this looks, that you can't even see the base of it. I mean, it's thick, it's pretty. And shoot, it's a no-brainer for me to put in here. And you get your blower, you get, it gets debris on it. You get your leaf blower out here and blow it off. You don't have to mess with watering it or worrying about it dying or fertilize it or cut it or weed eat anything. So anyway, cool. Going down nice, and I'll get it all laid in here, and then we'll do a final shot. It's looking good. Right here in the middle, you'll see there's a seam there, but when you rake it out and put the infill in it, you won't even see that. It just blends right in. And okay, I'll show you when I'm done. Hey guys, Russ the RowdyDawg. I'm just want to get with you on my artificial turf project. All I got left to do is now put in the infill sand. I've got the whole area finished. Been a couple weeks. I hadn't been able to get back to it. We've had rain. It's just been crazy around here with all the rain and the storms we've had. But one thing I did is I took a blower so I could blow off the debris. They have these rakes, plastic rakes that you can use, and I got one of those. Here it is right here. It's just a plastic rake. It's got these little plastic tines on it. They say to use that instead of anything steel when you want to rake the grass. Anyway, that's it. It's pretty simple, you know, just a rake. Anyway, this is what you use to rake the sand in as well. But anyway, this is how it turned out. I'm going to show you. Turned out pretty good. And anyway, oh man, put my hand over the lens just like that, dummy. But anyway, it turned out really nice. We're real pleased with the way it came out. It just looks awesome. If anything looks like real grass, that's it right there. We could not get grass to grow in this area. Flower bed turned out real nice. And anyway, we're just pleased about it. I put these, get down, get out of there. Don't be peeing on my flowers, dog. That was Barney getting ready to let go on one of my plants I just put in. So I'm gonna put this platform in here where we could use that for you know, planting flowers and, you know, bedding plants and things. It's kind of a work area with the hose there. But anyway, that's the whole project. I'm gonna put the sand in it and we'll be all done. This is where I finished. I'm getting ready to, this area over here, I'll finish this. I'll be doing this area over here later. And we'll be doing this whole area. I just can't really get grass to grow in here. And I don't know why, but that's the way it is. And that storm took a tree down, so that's a tree limb out of my big tree up here. We've had lots of issues with storms here. A big ice storm in October, historical ice storm, took down a lot of my trees. And I think maybe this limb was probably just a hanger from, there's my baby girl. Hey honey, you getting ready to go swimming?
Yep.
All right, we'll go swimming. There's old Barney. And here's my Dr. Zeus character dog. Hey, Bobo. Say hi. Say hi, Bobo.
He's in the dog show.
Come here.
If I
Bobo,
ran a
come
dog
here,
show
buddy.
in Dr. Zeus. Bobo.
Come here, Bobo.
Yeah, he can do lots of tricks.
Is he the funniest looking dog you ever seen in your life?
Bobo, Barney.
He's a Chinese crested. Bobo, turn around. Come here. What you doing, buddy? He's the funniest looking dog.
And also
He's
he's
got one blue eye,
wild.
one brown.
But not too wild.
He's pretty feisty. Okay, that's that's artificial turf. Total investment in this was about $800, and before we're done, we'll have a couple grand doing this whole area with the aggregate, the grass. But this one area right here is this one area from here all the way back with the flower bed, all the grass and everything. With all the grass and all, we've got about $800 in this project, and I'm gonna say probably 3 weekends in time invested, but well worth the time. Just beautiful and low maintenance. I don't have to worry about fertilizing put the infill sand in. That'll help deodorize if the dogs get out here and have any accidents or whatever, and it'll be good. So anyway, that's what I know for now, guys. I'm gonna post this up in stages so y'all can see it. And if you have any questions, comments, likes, whatever on my page about this, shoot me up with some questions. If you have questions over how to do it, have an area that you want to do this in, I'll be happy to answer questions. I know what I did. I'm not an expert. I'm just a DIY guy. I just do things like this around my house, and I definitely have a DIY house. I mean, I do projects around here all the time, but this is one I'd never done before, and I thought it would be interesting to kind of take it and show you guys. But anyway, I'm going to finish this, and you guys have a good Memorial weekend, and I will do the same. All right, we'll see y'all in the next video. God bless.